What's up guys, what I would do one last video for today, obviously there'll be another one tomorrow. Been a busy day for me in terms of videos, so I've already done 3 for today. This is the 4th video I've actually done. I don't know how many times I've actually done 4 videos in one day, but had a lot to get through today, which is why I did 4, which is why I'm doing 4 in one day. So what can I say about inghams? Well, let's put it this way. It amazes me that they're continuing to spend and spend and spend loads and loads of money when they are hundreds of thousands of pounds in debt. This is the thing, they're in debts up to their eyeballs. And they're continuing to spend loads and loads of money. I mean, obviously looking at tonight's vlog, they went out and bought Isabel a new gaming PC that probably would have cost a few £100, if not more. You know, instead of going out and spending all of that money that they're going out and spending on gaming PCs and God knows what else, they should actually be paying their fucking debts. You know, they owe well over 130. Well, they owe they owe over 130 grand in debts, and they're going out and spending loads and loads of money on stuff when they should actually be paying their debts. I'm gonna keep talking about this, keep doing videos about it because it's all true. At the end of the day, this was all bullshit, and it had actually been proven as being total bullshit. I won't be doing videos talking about this. Yeah, I'm only doing videos talking about it because we all know it's true. I mean, obviously the ifam will believe that it's absolute bullshit, and everyone's gonna believe that it's absolute bullshit. You know, this is the thing, like, the ifam is so adamant that this whole thing about the inghams, the inghams being, being 130 grand in debts, being 130, over £130,000 in debt, is absolute bullshit, but we all know that it's not. We all know that none of this is lies, none of this is bullshit, none of this is being made up. It's all 100% true. The only people who right now are absolutely lying through their who are actually lying through their back teeth aren't Chris and Seb. They're the ones who are lying through their back teeth and are basically manipulating their fans into believing that everything's absolutely fine and is also well and good when in reality it's not. And it's about time they started actually telling the truth, that they actually held their hands up and admitted the truth. Because we all know what the truth is, and the truth is they are over £100,000 in debt. It's basically as simple as that. They are over £100,000 in debt. That is the God honest truth. There's nothing false about that. It's all true. And we all know it's true. Pretty much. And that goes without saying at the end of the day that we all know it's true. Everyone knows it. Probably, by now everyone knows it's true. As I said, I'm not gonna stop doing videos about this. It's like, if it wasn't true and it was all total bullshit, I wouldn't be doing any. I would be continuing to do videos about this. I wouldn't be continuing to talk about this. But I'm continuing to talk about this because we all know that it's true. I don't care, if the ifam don't believe that it's true. That's their prerogative. That's down to them. That's up to them. If they don't want to believe it's true, then fair enough. But we all know that it's true. There's no doubt in the fact that it's actually true. We all know that. It's like they try to convince people as much as they want, but at the end of the day, we all know it's true. We all know that they are over £130,000 in debt. And yeah, the ifam won't believe that, and will always believe that that is total bullshit. They will believe that they will believe that it's all lies, which it's not. Nothing about it is lies or false information or anything like that. It's all 100% true. 110%. I stand by it. If I knew this wasn't true and I knew that this was all lies and bullshit, then I wouldn't be doing videos talking about this. I only do videos talking about things that are true. I don't do videos talking about things that have been proven as being absolute bullshit. If it had actually been proven as being absolute bullshit, I wouldn't be sitting here talking about it. I just think it's disgusting the fact that they're continuing to spend loads and loads of money when they should be paying their paying off their fucking debts. They owe over 150. They owe over 100 grand in fucking debts, and they're still going out and spending loads and loads of money. It is absolutely ridiculous. That they owe that much in fucking debts. It's unbelievable. If they want people to stop going on about it and pay their fucking debts, but we all know they're not going to do that. But the tax man is going to catch up with them, for sure. And the tax man is definitely going to catch up with them at some point. They can keep running and running and running all they want. But the tax man is going to catch up with them at some point. I can assure you of that. The tax man is going to catch up with them at some point. And there is nothing they can do. They need to pay their fucking debts. That's what they need to do. Pay their fucking debts. Instead of lying and trying to manipulate people and trying to manipulate their fans into believing it's true. Pay your fucking debts, you pair of fucking spazzos. That's what I'm gonna say. Pay your fucking debts instead of spending. Do they really expect people to believe they're not in serious debt? Because they are in fucking serious debt. I don't know if the ifam don't believe that. We all know it's true. We all know they are in debt up to their fucking eyeballs. And they're not convincing anyone that they're not. We all know they are. I don't care if the ifam don't believe that it's true. It is 100% true, and I can guarantee you that it will always be fucking true. As I said, I wouldn't be doing videos if I wouldn't be doing these videos if I knew that all of this information and stuff wasn't true. If I knew that all of this was total bullshit, I wouldn't be doing videos talking about this, would I? I don't do videos, as I said, I don't do videos talking about things that are not true. Everything that I say in my videos is the truth. Simple as that. I don't talk about things that are not true. At the end of the day, it's like, why would I want to talk about stuff that isn't true? Why would I want to do videos talking about stuff that is not that I know is total bullshit? Why would I want to do videos about something that's been proven as being total bullcrap? At the end of the day, I'm doing videos about it because we all know that it's not total bullcrap. We all know that they're in deep, deep shit. The ifam won't believe that. That's their problem. Russ and Sarah won't admit that. They'll keep denying it and say, things are all perfectly fine. That's what they'll keep saying, but we all know that things are not as perfectly fine as they make them out to be. They are in deep, deep shit. There's nothing worse than owing over 100 grand in fucking debts. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And that's all I really have to say on this. Is that, I wouldn't be talking about this if it wasn't true. I want to make that point abundantly clear that if I knew this wasn't true, I wouldn't be talking about it. I'm only talking about it because it's been proven, it's been confirmed as being true. No matter what Chris and Sarah say, which is obviously complete and utter lies, because that's all they do is lie. We all know that it's true. I am probably more likely to believe, Google or Life of Mrs. R, Michelle Reese, than I am to believe the inghams. But see, this is the thing, right? The inghams are not exactly well known for telling the truth, which is why I don't believe a single word they say. Because they lie about absolutely everything. There's not a single time where they're not lying through their back teeth. They have become so well known for blatantly lying. So forgive me if I don't believe a single word they say. And I never will believe a single word they say because they are absolutely full of shit. Simple as that. They have always been full of shit. And my opinion is never going to change. I'm always that's an opinion I'm always going to have. I don't care whether people like the fact I have that opinion or not. You know, it's an opinion that I'm entitled to have. I don't wish anything bad on the kids. Russ and Sarah, on the other hand, I hope that I hope this is the beginning of the end for their channel. I hope this is I hope they get a serious dose. They get hit with a serious dose of bloody karma. And I think karma will. This is the thing. Karma will hatch up to them. Karma hatches up to everyone eventually, and it is going to hatch up to them. They can keep running and running and running all they like, but the tax man is eventually going to hatch up with them. And when the tax man hatches up with them, they're in deep shit. They've got 13 days to pay those debts. If they don't pay off those debts within 13 days, they're in fucking deep shit. It was 14 days as of yesterday, so 13 days today. From today. If they don't pay those debts, they're in fucking shit street. It's fair to say they're basically out fucking shit street without a paddle at this point. And that's not bullshit. They are genuinely up shit street without a paddle. And the ifam need to start believing that because it is 100% true. They owe over 130 grand in debts. At least, we might be trolls, we might be bullies, we might be clowns, but at least we can sleep at night knowing that we don't owe over 100, we're not over 100 grand in fucking debts. As I said earlier, it makes me laugh that he's trying to call us brokies and things like that. Did I mention that earlier? I think I did. He tries to call us all brokies when he owes over 100 grand in fucking debts. Who is the brokey now? Not us. It's Christopher Ingham. He's the one that he can't claim he's making 10k a day when he fucking owes that much in debts. 10k a day, my fucking ass. Instead of chatting bullshit, instead of lying constantly, pay your fucking debts. You absolute pair of fucking spammers. Pay your fucking debts. You clinical pair of morons. I probably gonna get a lot of the ifam coming at me for doing this video, but I don't give a damn. This has to be said. Would I be saying this if it wasn't true? Nope. If this wasn't true and it had been proven as not being true, I'd keep my mouth shut. But I'm not gonna keep my mouth shut because we all know it's true. We all know it's not we all know it's not lies. We all know that none of this is made up and none of it is total bullshit. The ifam can think that all they want. They're the biggest bunch of deluded brainwashed bloody prats I've ever seen. They are so fucking stupid and gullible, it's unbelievable. They will believe everything that Chris and Sarah say is the truth, even though sometimes it's not. They're making out that everything's all so well and good. But the reality of the situation is things are not all as well and good as they are making them out to be. Instead of spending on fucking gaming PCs and God knows what else, pay your fucking debts. That should be their number one priority right now, is paying off those fucking debts. If I owed over 130, over 100, over 130 grand in debts, I'd be wanting to pay that off straight away. I wouldn't be worrying about spending money, spending fucking hundreds of pounds on fucking gaming PCs. I'd be worrying about paying off that fucking debt. I mean, how do they sleep at night knowing that they're fucking 130 grand in debts? I would not be able to sleep at night if I had that amount of debt hanging over me. Jesus Christ. You know, it baffles me. It really does. They should be very scared if they, when I'm about to hey, they should be very scared because the taxman will have nothing. It'll be like an episode of Hard Pay Will Take You Away. That's what it reminds me of. Hard Pay Will Take You Away in Dubai. And that's basically what it is, isn't it? Hard Pay Will Take You Away in Dubai. I know that probably sounds a bit far fetched, but it has to be said. It is true. So I hope you enjoyed this video anyway, and I'll see you for another one soon. That's it for me today. I'll see you all for another video tomorrow. Bye.